Becoming a profitable farmer demands that you have high level knowledge of how business is being done in agriculture. We know a lot of farmers in Africa are poor. A lot of farmers in Africa struggle financially. And one of the reasons why they do is because they can produce, but they don't understand the business aspect of what they are producing. So people who make money in agriculture, sadly, are not even primary producers. Many of them, they are not even secondary producers. Most of them, they are the last end between them and the final consumer. These are people that make a lot of money in agriculture. And the sad reality is that people who are producing now see agriculture not as a profitable venture, simply because they don't understand the business aspect of agriculture. And this is what I want to share with you today, because if you're interested in agriculture, you don't have to come into the business or into the sector and be leaving a lot of money on the table. You want to come into a business in which you are also making a lot of money to not just pay your bills, but to also help others in this life. For me, this is my mindset. My mindset is not just to make money for myself, but I have a mindset of making money and making impact on humanity in my society. And if you're not able to make a lot of money, many times people will see you to be a selfish person. And I want to show you how in agriculture you can make a lot of money, and most times without even getting your hand dirty. What that means is that you don't have to be a primary producer for you to be able to make money. Now, there is what we call value addition in agriculture. I've made training on this. I've been doing training on value addition since 2016. I've trained nothing less than 5,000 people on value addition opportunities in agriculture. I've taken this year series of training on how to add value to agricultural product and be able to make a lot of money. Now, this is because at the value chain end, you might not need a lot of money to start. So if, for example, you want to go into rice processing, or you're interested in rice business, you will need to go and rent land for you to start cultivating rice. You will need to go and build a factory for you to start processing rice. Now, when you build your factory, you need to buy equipment, you need to get certifications. There are many things you need to invest a lot of money into for you to be able to get it right. Now, what if I show you here that all of that is not that important? You can equally be a millionaire farmer without being a primary producer, without being a processor. All you have to do is to know how to buy and resell. Now, that is the end, or let me say that is one aspect of value addition. Now, in that value addition angle, you are adding value to that commodity by changing its location. So value addition comes in different forms. Number one, it comes with processing. You buy raw farm produce and process them. You are adding value to them. And then number two, transportation or change of location. When you change the location of a commodity, most times you increase the profit of that commodity by 50%. Right? So if you want to make money fast in agriculture, this is what you need to do. You have to look at value addition critically. Now, pick a product, sit down with your pen, do your research, and see how you can add value to that product. And you'll be amazed at how much you make. Now, the person who is producing rice might never be a millionaire, but the person who is processing rice is making millions every day. I know this because I am a farmer. Sadly, primary producers don't make money, especially primary producers who are not adding value to their product. So in 2018, when I was running my farm, I was doing broilers and I was processing the broilers myself. Of course, it comes with additional costs when you are doing both primary production and processing, but your profit also increase. So we're processing bears for clients. They will buy bears, maybe 100 bears, 200 bears. Our end will process it before giving to them. And I also had a meat shop, so I could slaughter my birds when they are due for slaughter, maybe 2 kg or 3 kg. I will slaughter them and keep them in my deep freezer and be selling from there. So a bird that's supposed to be sold for 2,000, after processing, I can sell that bird for 4,000 or 3,500. So value addition is the easiest way for you to be able to make money in agriculture. Now, this simply means you don't even have excuse. So if you are just coming in newly into agriculture, you don't have to say, I don't have capital. You might not be the one producing, but what you need to do is change the location of the product. For example, if you're watching this video and you're watching it from the east, where you have access to palm oil, where you have access to ogbono, where you have access to crayfish, where you have access to snails, where you have access to plantain. This product, all you need to do is you can process plantain to plantain flour, to plantain chips, to plantain wine, many other byproducts that you can get from plantain. But you can also buy that raw plantain, move it from River State, or let me say Cross River State, to Lagos. You are going to make money more than the primary producer of that plantain. If you decide to, maybe you're watching me, you're from North, you are in Kano, or you are in Kebbi State, all you need to do is move these onions that you have in Sokoto down to Enugu, and you make a lot of money. You have not processed it to powder. You have not processed it to wine. You have not processed it to oil. All you have to do is you change the location of that product, and you made a lot of money. I do this most times with my money. If I have money, I don't keep money idle in my account. I buy and resell. So if I cannot set up a processing factory, maybe you want to go into garri production, but you don't have the money to buy all the facilities, how are you going to do? Start buying garri to resell. But know the location where you can buy garri cheaper and know where you can sell higher rate. Just move it from that location to another place, and you're going to make a lot of profit. It is as simple as this. Now, if you can add value to that product by processing, if you can buy yarn and turn it to yarn flour, you are going to make a lot of money, more than the person who waited for 4 or 5 months to produce the yarn. If you can buy plantain today and slice it and fry and sell plantain chips, you're going to make more money than the person who planted the plantain from day one, nurture it to maturity, and then harvest that bunch and sold to you raw. So if you're a plantain farmer by yourself, you can also be in the value chain. You can be the one who produce and be the one who add value by processing it to chips and selling. As simple as this is, it will increase your profit by 50%. I know a lot of people who are doing this with snails. They are snail farmers. Then what they do is that after nurturing the snails to maturity, they process the snails, maybe they dehydrate it and sell as dry snails. Now they make a lot of money. They even export outside Nigeria. So that is how you will be able to make a lot of money if you look at value addition. So if you are interested in starting a snail farm, but you don't have the capital to start, what are you going to do, or how are you going to start? Locate a place or find who are into snail production, buy the snail from them, process it, dehydrate it, or smoke it with oven and sell. If you want to start a fish farm, you don't have the required money to start a fish farm now. What are you going to do, or what are you expected to do? Just position yourself as someone who sells smoked fish. Build a factory where other small scale farmers are bringing stock, are bringing catfish for you. A lot of farmers are looking for where to sell their fish. They produce, but they don't have buyers. So you have positioned yourself. You are not going to own a fish production farm, but you make sure you connect with all the primary producers of this fish. So when they produce, you offtake from them, process, package neatly, and export. Package neatly and supply to supermarkets, shop price, and you make a lot of profit. That is how you can easily make money in agriculture and become a millionaire in agriculture. This is not a big business, or this is not a new idea. I'm just sharing to you because maybe you have not seen that you can stay at the value chain. You will not need to do all the job yourself. Without getting your hands dirty, you will still make a lot of money from this. I have my students who are into honey packaging. So they are not the ones that own a bean farm, because they don't have the resources to control a bean farm. They don't even have the knowledge to control a bean farm. But what are they doing? They buy bean from maybe 20 liters, then break it down to 2 liters and sell and make money. All they do is just brand a sticker, put it on top. Sometimes they make as much as 20,000 or 10,000 per gallon, or even more depending on their market. So I'm advising you to start this. If you're a beginner, anything you want to do and you have done your calculation, you see that the startup capital is huge, come at the value addition end. Come at the value addition end. You want to be selling beans, but you don't have money to buy beans now. So let me advise you how you can sell these beans. Know people who are selling these beans, buy these beans from them and resell, or turn it to beans flour. Many people use it for moi moi, many people use it for akara. So if your own is, you buy a machine that will help you to process it to flour and then you sell. Believe me, people who are doing this value addition make more money. I remember when my factory was at full capacity, we'll buy rice from farmers, maybe 80,000. We'll sell that rice for close to maybe 200,000. Yes. So the primary producer of this rice have never made such a profit, but we made it because we add value to it. When you add value to it, people are willing to pay high. I always give an example of a lady, one of my friends on Facebook. What she does is that she buys beans in bags and then select it, clean the beans up and package into 2 kg, 5 kg, and be selling to busy moms, selling to working class people who don't have the time to sit down and be selecting beans. They are busy. So once they buy beans, now a mudu of beans is selling for around 2,000 plus. Now she's selling that selected beans, 1 mudu, for 4,000 naira. And people are buying because he has taken away the responsibility of them sitting down to select beans, wasting time for that. They like buy what she has done already. So that is what we call value addition. You can add value to almost every product. Settle down and research. And you will see that you are supposed to even be operating in the meat sector. Maybe you buy birds from people that have, you process the chicken and you supply to restaurants. You don't have a poultry farm, you have a poultry meat processing plant. Every other smallholder farmer are pushing their product to you. You have established your market with big restaurants that are taking from you. You make a lot of money by doing this. So consider value addition as a beginner in agriculture and you will not regret. You will be happy that you have done that. You are going to make more money than those that are primary producers. I'm not in any way discouraging primary producers, but I'm just sharing with you that if you can merge the two, you do it. But if you cannot, always look at value addition. Or if you're a beginner, look at value addition. Now, the value addition can come in forms of processing or in form of changing the location. That is, buying from a surplus zone and moving it to a deficit zone and making your cash. As simple as this business is, it has made people a lot of money. I'm currently selling onions. How am I doing it? I know where onions is cheap. I advertise it and people will take from me. That is how simple and how easy value addition is. What I've done with that onions is that I've picked it from a place of surplus and moved it to a place of deficit and I've made money. And this is what you can also do. This is what you can also do without, you don't have to stress, get your hands dirty. No, just stay at the value addition end and you make your profit. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have gotten value, you can share this video. And if you have a question concerning value addition, you can drop it in the comment section and I will attend to you. Thank you. I remain Denison, your billionaire farmer.